Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about colour magic, and I'm going to be giving you ideas of what each colour represents. And I say ideas because I'm also going to be inspiring you guys to try and come up with your own correspondences that you have with each colour, because not all of these correspondences are going to fit in with your own beliefs and your own experiences. For me personally, a lot of these colours I do associate with those things, but that's because I have had these associations create in my brain because I've been doing magic for long enough that I now associate them with those colours. But if you are starting off in the craft, you might not have these associations. You might have things and colours that you resonate more with, certain things that you want to manifest, so that might be a better idea for you. So for example, if you want to do a spell to better your communication skills, the colour blue is often used for that, but you might think that the colour yellow is a better colour to use in a spell like that. Let's move on to the colour red. Now, red used to be my favourite colour when I was a child, so it holds a very special place in my heart, but I really love the colour red because it really shows strength and passion and maybe even a bit of ambition, courage. It's also associated with like Gryffindor in Harry Potter, so you might associate it with that and the qualities of Gryffindor. You can do that with the other colours that associate with other Hogwarts houses if you are a Harry Potter fan. I used to be, so I still have some of those associations in my brain, so I might kind of tap into the Gryffindor kind of archetype, I guess. It's been about a month since I started making this video, and it's made me just think a lot about it, about the way I want to kind of make this video and like structure it and stuff, and it's made me think about it so much that I want to make this into like a series where I have a different video of each colour, where I really deeply go into it and like the culture and history of each colour, and just like the importance of it, and just because I really love like visual art, like I feel really connected to colours and stuff, so I'd really like to create like a piece of art out of each video of each colour. So I'm going to be doing that. So this video is going to be like brief of each colour, but I really want to dive deeper into each colour, because making this video doesn't feel like enough for me, because this channel is my digital book of shadows, so I like to research for it and make really nice videos because they are entries into my book of shadows. So yes, and it got me thinking about the colour red, because that's what we're starting with, because it's the start of the rainbow, and it made me think about this album by Taylor Swift, and I know that that is really random and probably not that magical at all on the surface, but I started to think about how like, why is this album called Red? Like, why did she choose red to be the name of this album? And I researched it, and it is to do with the colour red symbolising intense emotions, and I thought that that was really interesting, because I think red really symbolises like really quite strong things. Like, it's the colour of notifications on our phones, it's the colour of warning signs, as I know very well from my theory test a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, and I started thinking about each song on this album and like how it is about like romance and heartbreak and all of this stuff, and it really does tie in well with the colour red, so I think it's really cool. And especially like the song Red, I never really thought about it, but this song is really quite, it's really quite like colour magic vibes, and I never realised that before. So the like prominent colour of the song is called red, so it's about like how intensely she loved this person, and like loving him was red. That's like the main thing.
Loving him is like trying to change your mind.
it's really, really interesting the way that she uses colour to kind of sing about her emotions in this song, and I think it can be applied very well to colour magic, so I thought it'd be really important to talk about it in this video. So we have like also All Too Well, the song All Too Well. Everybody knows how emotional that song is.
Weeping in a party
on a late night show. But then he watched me watch the front door all night, wanting you to come. And he said it's supposed to be fun, turning 21. I really didn't expect to keep really large portions of song covers in this video, but it just felt creatively right, so I really hope that it resonated with you guys, because it just really felt right for this video, and it just really illustrates what I was trying to say about the colour red, and I can't wait to dive more into it in another video. But I just feel so proud of myself that I can put that on the internet, because it's always been a fear of mine. But yeah, in no way those videos and covers are perfect, which is the beauty of it. So yeah, I've never had singing lessons or anything like that, so yeah. And I also love to switch up the melodies of the songs, so that's why they sound different, if you're like thinking, why is she not singing it right? But yeah, I just thought it was really fun, and I can't believe the more that I thought about that album, how much it really just teaches you about colour magic, which is crazy. Anyway, let's go back to the video. So yeah, romance, courage, bravery, but also like being vulnerable can sometimes mean like the colour red, because of when you love someone, like you show your vulnerability and it's all part of that. So I think it's really interesting. I think it's a really interesting concept, and I'm so glad that I took longer to think about and make this video, that I could make realizations like that. So that is it for the colour red for now, but I will be going back to it in a full video where I really talk about history, the uses of the colour red over time, and how we can use that in our magical practice, and like what that symbolises, and really diving deep into it and seeing like the importance of it in culture and stuff like that, because I think it's really interesting. And also, like, when I started researching the colour orange yesterday, I realised there's like so much science in it as well, like the colour orange in nature. So let's move on to talking about the colour orange. So the colour orange is very much about happiness, so people use it a lot for happiness spells, and it's also the colour of oranges, and people use oranges a lot in Yule because they kind of look like the sun, so they symbolise that like solar energy. I use oranges a lot in my practice because I like to dry them around Christmas time, and then I will use them throughout the year as kind of offerings to my deity, and also as kind of like symbolism to remind me that summer is on the way, because in the past I used to think that summer was like the time of my life, and that I couldn't really be like really happy and full of life any other times of year, but now I can, because I actually make proper YouTube videos now, and that's where I get a lot of my creative happiness from, and I'm trying to get more happiness from work. But yeah, I think orange is really good uplifting colour, and I think it's really nice as well, like with kind of scent magic and aromatherapy, where you can buy like body wash that is orange, and or like grapefruit or any citrus kind of fruit, and it really like uplifts you. I find it really interesting, like the properties of scent that kind of change your thoughts, your emotions, and kind of your mental state. So yes, and orange is really cool because it is a mixture of red and yellow, so those two colours, so it kind of has the energies of both red and yellow together. And orange is quite significant to me at the moment for a little bit of an unusual reason, is because I'm using it as my main highlighter for my revision. I didn't really think about it too much, but now thinking about it, I could use this to inspire me, so I could be like, at the moment I'm reading Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal, and I really love his kind of thoughts about how we should change our work to make us happy. Like, you can find the fun out of any kind of work that you do, you just have to look for it, you just have to kind of think about work differently and change your approach to it. So now I could associate that kind of thinking with this colour and this highlighter, so it reminds me when it's on my desk to make my work more fun, more enjoyable. So I'm creating a new association with the colour orange to do with my current state and my current new way of trying to approach life. So yeah, I think that's really, really interesting. I've thought about that. But yeah, I'm using this all of the time. Every time I check off a biology topic that I finished making flashcards for, I highlight it on my wall so I can see how many topics I've got left. So I really, really love the colour orange at the moment. There's loads of other things that orange symbolises as well, but those are the main ones that are significant to me. And next we have yellow, and I really, really love yellow because it just really uplifts you, and I think it really takes a lot of courage to wear the colour yellow, like to begin with, but then when you like get used to it, then it's okay. But I remember when I was younger and I was trying to like express myself through wearing colour, and I would wear yellow, and it was kind of like, if I did it now it would kind of be like going out of my comfort zone, but I think it really just shows confidence in some kind of way. Symbolises like cleansing as well because it's the colour of lemons. It reminds me a lot of summer and the sun again. And also creativity is the colour that is commonly associated with the colour yellow, so I really, really love that. And sometimes it is the colour of cookies, which is really, really fun. And yeah, I will check to see if there are other associations. The colour of yellow is also associated with intellect and memory and all things like that, but I tend to associate yellow with like the happiness and stuff. I tend to think that intellect is more like blue, because I saw this video once saying that if you wear the colour blue it makes you come off as more intelligent. So I don't know, I kind of associate blue with intelligence, but be interested to hear what you guys associate the colour intellect with. I really love those conversations you have with people where it's like, what colour do you think certain things are, like shapes and numbers especially. I've always had those sorts of conversations at school or like with my brother, and it's really interesting to see what different numbers people associate with like different colours. So like I see the colour 8 as purple, and I see the colour I see the number 8 as the colour purple, and I see the number 7 as green, and I think that it's just really interesting, and I just wonder where all of these like colour associations come from in my brain. I don't know, it's really, really interesting to think about. And also next colour, green. As you can tell, I absolutely love green. Green is like my life. Green has been my favourite colour for the last at least 8 years, because it is the colour of nature to me. Even though you see all colours in nature, which I really, really love, green is the one that is most present. It's the colour of our forests, the colour of the grass, the colour of the planet in lots of areas, which I really, really love. It's the colour of life to me, which is really, really beautiful, and like it's green because of chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is the photosynthetic pigment which produces energy from light, which is really, really cool, and I really, really love that. I'm really excited to learn more about that at university next year, because I'm doing plant science module, and it's going to be really, really interesting because photosynthesis is so much more complicated than I've been taught so far, and it's just so magical learning more about like why everything is green and like the wavelengths of light and stuff and why it is like that. So green is just such an important colour, and people tend to associate it with abundance, with growth, with luck. I kind of have like a mixed feelings about the idea of luck spells, because I don't really get it. I don't know why I used to do them. I think I should have just done a spell to manifest the thing that I want, not manifest luck. I don't know. That's definitely a side topic. But yes, green, colour of life, colour of abundance and just amazingness. I just really love the colour green. If you couldn't tell, And it's just brilliant. Okay, anyway, next colour we have blue. Blue, as I said before, intellect. We have blue is really important for communication because it's the colour of the throat chakra, I think. So it's kind of like communication. That's what I'm using it for at the moment. I have a chakra stone, which is that colour, and I really, really love it. And yes, that's what I'm really using the colour blue for this year, really inspiring me. It's also the colour of the sea because of the sky reflecting on the sea in that colour, which is really, really interesting because I guess the sea doesn't have a colour, it's just because it's reflecting the sky. So it's really interesting to think about. And the sky is blue because it is a lighter version of black, which space is. Don't know. Started throwing science into my videos and it feels very strange. Unintentionally, didn't mean to talk about science. This is really strange. So yes, sky is blue. I feel like the sky being blue really inspires me because like the sky is so endless. It's kind of like an extension of space. It's like the beginning of space and how like kind of eternal it is. It like goes on forever. Like we don't know how much it goes on, so you could use it in the colour blue to kind of symbolise that. If you want like loads of possibilities, like freedom kind of spells maybe, which would be interesting. There's just so many different things to think about with each colour. It's really, really hard to condense it into this video, and nothing I film for this video I ever feel like is perfect, so it's really, really hard. It's really, really difficult. I don't know. Purple, final colour. Purple is just such an amazing colour and I really love it because it really complements green very well because I love green. I feel like maybe purple might be like my second favourite colour because I just really love like rich purples. They're just so beautiful. I just think that they're really, really cool. I really love purple flowers and stuff like that. So purple is very much about like mysticism. It's very often associated with the occult and spirituality. And I am soon to get a yoga bolster. I'm trying to wait until the summer though. And I'm going to get my yoga bolster in purple because I just really love the energies of the colour. So in my book it says that purple is associated with spirituality. Is this book, by the way? This was one of my first ever witchcraft books. I don't know if I'd recommend it just because it told me a lot of kind of it told me a lot of good like introductory information about magic, but it just wasn't deep enough, so it didn't inspire me to go off and research anything more. So I took everything from this book like it was fact and didn't question it because I was just so young. But yeah, anyway, I digress. It says it's connected with power because it was the colour favoured by kings, which is really, really interesting. I'd never thought of that before. But yeah, it can often be like quite a regal colour. It can show power and also money because I think that purple is one of the colours where it's quite difficult to get the colour purple naturally. Although there are ways. Like there's this amazing cafe in Edinburgh and it is called the Elephant House, I think, and it is where J.K. Rowling wrote the first couple of, no, she wrote some of the Harry Potter books there. I don't think she started writing them there. I don't know, can't remember. But when I went there, they had like a cake that was naturally coloured purple. So I guess purple isn't that rare in nature. I don't know. But blue is, which is really, really cool because I remember watching this video a couple of years ago, and it was about how rare the colour blue is in nature, which I also think is interesting for magic, because it says that there aren't very many things that like are naturally coloured blue. Like even blue butterflies, like the statement blue butterfly emoji that people love using, myself included. The reason that the butterflies are blue is because of the way that their wings are structured. So they don't have like a blue pigment. It is just the way that their wings are kind of structured, that the light hits off of it and it reflects, it transmits oh, I need to know these light words for my chemistry. It transmits light or whatever, and it appears as blue even though it's not actually blue, which is really, really cool. So yes, that's why I want to make like a video about each colour and how cool it is, and all of the witchiness around it. So I'm so excited to do that. Okay, now we have the last couple of colours, which probably aren't colours. It's always that thing that you have kids at school and they're like, black isn't a colour, it's a shade. And you're like, okay, who cares? Anyway, so we have black. Black is great for protection magic. That goes without saying. I feel like that is so widely said that I don't even need to say it. Yeah, it's great for that sort of magic. Hexing, banishing, I guess. I don't know a lot about hexing. Probably shouldn't have said that. Haven't done a lot of research on it. What does it say here? Yeah, protecting and banishing. Yeah, and it's also connected to one of my star signs, which is Capricorn, which is really interesting, and that kind of symbolises ambition and stuff like that. But I can't help but associate the colour green with ambition because of the Slytherin house from Harry Potter. Literally, my brain chemistry has been altered because of Harry Potter. It's just funny. And yeah, and it's really, really nice to have black crystals because they are so useful in magic as protection stones. And just, if you have to, like, that was what I would recommend as a first crystal, is either quartz or like obsidian, or just any black stone. Like, they are just so useful to start out with. So it's a great colour to work with, the colour black. And then we have white. White is like all about purity, and it's really, really interesting to think about white as a thing, because things that are white don't stay white for long. White is really good because it complements a lot of other colours and it makes them stand out more. The same with black. I really, really love making thumbnails and digital art kind of stuff where I use black as a background to kind of bring out the colours of other things, because that kind of contrast shows how vibrant and beautiful the colours are of certain objects and things that I want to kind of show, which I really, really love. And also white is really, really great because it is a colour that you can use in the place of another colour, just the same as quartz, because you can use quartz as a crystal if you don't have a crystal to use that you need. You can use white in its place. You can use quartz in its place, as you can use white in the place of another colour. So it's really, really great. I really love to have like white cloth that I can use as like an altar cloth, because it can be in the place of any colour, and I think that it is really, really great to work with as a magical colour because of its versatility. And white candles, best candles to start off with, because they just symbolise literally anything you could want them to symbolise, which I also think is really good because it makes us more sustainable. Because if we can use our own energy to add energy to one kind of candle, then we don't need to buy loads of different candles which probably have lots of harmful chemicals in and have been shipped all over the world and have all these different ingredients from loads of other places where it's not as sustainable. So we can use white candles, and we could also make our own candles in white. And yeah, so it's got all the ecological benefits as well if you use white more in your magical practice to stop you from needing to buy into overconsumption, because I find it really hard in spell work with the idea of if I want to do more spells that involve candles, I will have to go out and buy them, and I don't really like the idea of having a magical object that doesn't last. And I kind of feel like I need to become okay with that idea, because like I've heard it's quite important in some cultures where it's like beauty doesn't last forever, and there's like these big artworks that people do on the floor where they put loads of stuff together and like different flower petals to create a big piece of art, and then it is destroyed afterwards because it says that beauty is temporary, which is really, really interesting. So yeah, I don't know, I need to go and do some work now. So that was the end of the video. I feel like I'm still not happy with my videos. Why am I such a perfectionist? Oh. It's fine. This is going to be the video, because or else this video is never going to go on the internet. So yeah. I really need to stop being insecure about my channel. It's really, really bad. Okay, right. So yes, really hope this video was useful, was helpful, was inspiring. As I said before, please let me know in the comments what you associate each colour for. Do you agree with the common associations that people tend to use, or are your associations with the different colours completely different? Because that is completely okay too. I don't know if I kept the bit in where I said that if a colour is symbolic to you for some reason but it's not commonly associated with that thing, you should still use it. You really, really should, because it is more powerful to use a colour that is associated with something that has a really, really, really strong association than you using a colour that you barely associate with something but you're just using it because that's what it's associated with. So very important to remember. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, and yeah, comment down below as I said, and please subscribe for more videos like this. As I said, I'm going to be doing the colour magic series, and I shall see you guys all soon. Bye.